10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Manchester
1,
United have
0.
reached the promised land.
Well, good morning, everybody. I knew today was going to be a bit of a big day. It's going to be a wild day. We've got Lisandro Martinez. We've got Frankie de Jong. Shit, we've got a preseason game against Melbourne Victory. But to kick it all off, it's not 9:33 in the morning. It's 9:14. And I'm here with the famous 3 words from Fabrizio. Here we go. I am early. Now, if that's not worth a like on the video, I don't know what is. But how are you all doing? It's Friday. I knew today was going to be busy. But it's just kicked off in the best possible way with Fabrizio Romano giving it the seal of approval. Those famous 3 words. And I tell you what, no matter if I sort of agree or disagree that I think Fabrizio's kind of, compared to what he was previously, I think he talks a lot more and he repeats a lot of things. But when the 3 words come out, it's a seal of approval. Fabrizio Romano there saying Lisandro Martinez to Manchester United. Here we go. Full agreement in place between Man United and Ajax for a package worth up to 55 million euros. Lisandro will sign until 2027. The documents are now approved. The deal is now done. The meeting in Amsterdam on Wednesday was the key step. And of course, Erik ten Hag was the key factor, as if we didn't actually know that. Dara, good morning to you. And good morning to all the members. I haven't been able to do my my sort of traditional introduction to a video. But when you get here we go, you have to A, go a little bit early, B, react to it, and C, we can just have a conversation. Now, you know full well in the comments how significant I think a signing this is. If you haven't watched my video I did yesterday, I did a scouting report. Sorry, that's not really quite straight. It's annoying me. I normally have time to get that nice and sorted, but I didn't this time. Yeah, that'll do. I did my scout report explaining why I think that this lad here is such a transformative signing. I think the question really is who plays alongside him, Varane or Maguire, rather than whether or not he fits in that team. He's going to probably be the number 1 centre-back. Why wouldn't he be? Erik ten Hag doesn't know Rafael Varane. Erik ten Hag doesn't know Harry Maguire. He knows Lisandro Martinez. Morning, Sam, says Matt. What's all this news at Liverpool on Anthony now? Any truth to that? I can speak about that later in the show, Matt, but I'll be honest, hot air, and I'll be double honest. We're not going to sign Anthony this summer. I've said that for... Again, that's not an in the know. That's a gut instinct. Given how much we spent on Martinez, we go up here, we see that 55 million. That's more than the 50 million, which we already thought was overpriced for Lisandro Martinez. You really think we're going to go and sign 80 million euro Anthony? Nah, I don't think we are. But how excited are you about the signing? Honestly, if you're looking at that first game against Liverpool, the first preseason game, I'm looking at 2 areas that I would like United to strengthen in. It would be with a ball-playing centre-back and a playmaker from deep, which he can kind of do both. There's lots and lots of questions in the comments here asking about how you become a member. Mods, can you let them know in the comments? I don't have time to do that whilst I'm on the stream. B, lots of you asking about whether or not Lisandro Martinez will be used as a defensive midfielder. Now, I did cover that in depth in the video yesterday, in the scouting report. If you haven't already checked it out, you're on Facebook, just scroll back through the video library. If you're on YouTube, you can just see the videos next to the other videos. He can play there. He played there for half a season in the season where Ten Hag brought him to the club. He played, I think, 2 or 3 more games as a defensive midfielder than he did as a centre-back. But Ten Hag's gone on record and said, look, I don't think he's got the stamina. That's what he said, quote unquote. Although I need to find the official, I need to find that. If anybody knows exactly where that quote is, I love a link for that. But I've seen that he didn't say that he had the stamina to play in that defensive midfield position. And his best times at Ajax have definitely come when he has played as the left centre-back. So I absolutely anticipate that is where we will be seeing Lisandro Martinez play for Manchester United. What is he? I think he's 24. Martinez, you can talk... so many of you in the comments still are worried about his height. And I just think it's such a weird thing to focus on. Honestly, it's such a weird thing to focus on. And if he was 6'2" and he weighed 14 stone and was absolutely shredded, you would probably be in the comments going, what's his turning circle like? I'm not sure that a physique that strong could cope in the Premier League. Trust me, you'd find holes in that as well. Just be happy with the signing. Be happy that a signing has been made that will definitely improve our team. And more importantly, I would say, will definitely improve Erik ten Hag's system that he's trying to build at Manchester United. That's the crucial thing about this signing. because there's a comment there saying that, no, he literally played there 20 plus times, my friend. So let's not do that. Still taller than Messi. Absolutely. Great. Oh, Nobby Styles. Good old Nobby Styles, eh? From the team back in the 50s. Great set of teeth he had. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. Great smile. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Lisandro Martinez is known as somebody who has a very aggressive side to his game. But it's sort of in the same way that, Wayne Rooney had that aggression. But the aggression wasn't a negative to his game. The aggression was a positive because it always made him go in for those 50-50s that little bit harder than somebody else. It always made him run that extra 2 yards further than somebody else. That's what Martinez has in his locker. And his ball playing stats. I think I ran through what I did. I know I ran through it in my scouting video, but let me pull them up on screen for you here. And I'll show you exactly why he's been signed. Because it's not the only reason that he's been signed, but this will really help you understand exactly why Erik ten Hag went after him so much, because the profile of Lisandro Martinez is exactly what his system needs. Let's go and take a look at these. Now, of course, the higher the number, the better he is compared to other centre-backs over the last 365 days. And you can see where his natural strengths are. Not only just in passes attempted, literally there's only 1% of footballers that are better than him at that, but progressive passes, 99th percentile, progressive carries. Not only can he pass the ball, he can bring the ball forward. 96th percentile. Tackling, look, you know what I'm saying about being aggressive? Bingo, bango. 99th percentile. And look at that. Shot creating actions. He is an attacker who adds, he's a defender who adds to the attack. He is a defender that will help Manchester United fix one crucial element that we've just been crap at for years. Playing out from the back with the ball. Lisandro Martinez changes that. Not going to change it on his own, but he's going to be the new shiny centerpiece that Erik ten Hag can point towards and say, you see where you are? That's where I want you to get towards. You see that? Do it like Lisandro Martinez is doing. He's got his example to show all the other defenders, this is what I want you to be. And that's exactly why he wants Frenkie de Jong as well. He can come in and say, right, everybody else, Fred and McTominay, learn. Garner, learn. Zidane Iqbal, Charlie Savage, learn. That's why Martinez is such an important signing. He's more than just a signing for Erik ten Hag. He's the new general of his system inside that team. And again, that's why I said I was a little bit surprised that Erik ten Hag went a bit early by saying that Harry Maguire is going to be his captain, because this guy, there's every chance that he could play himself into that position as well. But also at the same time, I don't think that it's guaranteed that Harry Maguire starts. Who do you think? Type it in the comments now. I'll try and gauge who the most popular duo is. What do you think will be Manchester United's starting centre-back partnership against Brighton on the opening day of the season? Who do you think it will be? Let me know in the comments. Luke, I apologise, my friend. I wish you left a better comment there with that super chat. But watch-alongs will never happen on this channel. Never. I'll be interested to know what you think about that. Because Harry Maguire, because he's captain, does that mean he goes straight in and he's got like a free pass? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it could be anybody. And I think if you're looking at the football that Ten Hag wants, I think it's quite obvious that Varane and Martinez will suit that better. Varane used to playing in a team at Real Madrid who dominates the ball, plays with a higher line, better with the ball at his feet. Just a smarter, high IQ defender. Harry Maguire is a little bit different. Let me go down here and see what you're saying. Lots and lots of you commenting. I love the interaction in the show. Big up to Friday. By the way, I haven't forgotten. I'm going to do I'm going to give away 2 of these in this show. I've got no idea when or how, but I'm going to, because why not? It's Friday. I said I'll give one away if we reached 2,000 likes last week, and we did. So I'm going to give it away this week, and I'll give another one away because we just signed Martinez, and I'm in a good mood. So make sure you drop a like on the video. Let me see what you're down here. Varane and Harry. Maguire will be hard to bench. No one's going to be hard to bench. There will be no player inside this team who gets a free pass, even if Maguire's got the armband. You think Lindelof and Varane? Martinez and Varane? I don't what. There's so many comments coming in. Wow. Fear it will be Martin and Harry Maguire. Varane injured. I'm worried about Varane's injuries. I'll be completely honest. I really am. Daisy, make sure you have a good game. Send in photos to United People's TV on Twitter. I'll try and bring them into the community as well. I personally think, out of all the centre-backs, Martinez is your only guaranteed starter for that Brighton game. As long as he is fit, He's playing pretty much every Premier League game this season. Didn't know you would start early. Someone says down there, well, I'll be honest, it's not every day that you get here we go from Fabrizio Romano just before you go early. So I had to go early. I wasn't going to sit there and wait for that. Egg, you're saying Bai and Varane. Gut instinct is still telling me that Bai could be sold. And I've told her, if you're looking at the club now, you've got Martinez, you've got Lindelof, you've got Maguire, and you've got Varane. I would say you've got 4 potential first-choice centre-backs. And Eric Bailly, unfortunately, I just don't think you put in that category yet because we know what Eric Bailly is. Great for a 2, 3, 4 games injury. Fantastic. Comes back and you think he's going to have that injury. And I suppose you could probably put Rafael Varane inside that category at the moment. I just fingers crossed that Rafa Varane doesn't get those injuries this year. I think he'll be an absolutely balling player this season if he doesn't get injured. Lee, I personally agree with this. I think that Harry Maguire is not a guaranteed starter, no matter what anybody fears. I think that Erik ten Hag, it will be a clean slate for everybody. He's decided not to, I suppose, sweep the feet from Harry and take the armband away from him, because that wouldn't be a clean slate, if you know what I mean. That would be putting Harry down a couple of pegs. So he's decided to sort of take a softer approach and give Harry the opportunity to impress him. But Martinez really will, honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I'm not just overhyping a signing because we made one. Genuinely, Lisandro Martinez or Jurrien Timber, I would have been equally as excited about either signing because they are very similar signings in the profile of the player that they are. They're not similar signings in the fact that Lisandro Martinez is a left centre-back, left-footed, plays in central defensive midfield and left-back if he wants to, and Jurrien Timber is a right centre-back and can play as a right-back if he needs to. So they're kind of different in that sense. But both of them are so naturally capable with the ball at their feet as progressive playmaking defenders that they're similar profiles. So that's why we went after them. And that's why Erik ten Hag probably wasn't too upset, really, at the fact that Jurrien Timber decided to stay, because he went after Martinez instead. This is a cracking signing. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when he joins up in the tour. I think we're hearing reports that maybe he's going to join up in the second part of the Australian tour, which is in Perth, which means, T, if you're going to that game, my friend, you might be seeing Martinez's first game. Look, let's go down here and let's read. This is with Laurie Whitwell last night saying that the agreement has been reached. And of course, Fabrizio Romano has given it the 3 famous words. Here we go. But let's read through Laurie Whitwell's agreement as well. He's saying Manchester United agreed a fee with Ajax. Personal terms have also been agreed. United are hopeful, there you go, that he can join them on their pre-season tour in Australia. And it really sounds like, as Fabrizio Romano explains here, that meeting on Wednesday really helped it get it done. It seems like Edwin van der Sar has done us a good job. Thank you, Edwin. What a bloke. It seems like John Murto and Richard Arnold going over there, getting that conversation had and done and dusted and quickly. Brilliant news. Well done to everybody involved. We've got Martinez done. Now, Frankie de Jong. As I said, it's been such a wild... I want to describe this week as wild, but maybe that's a bit over the OTT because we've only just signed someone on Friday. But covering the reporting and the twists and the turns, my word, I'm used to it. I've done this in the written sense on the People's Person and now with the videos for a couple of years as well. It's been exhausting covering this week, but it's ending with Martinez already announced. Not announced. Here we go by Friday morning at 9 a.m. Can we get Eriksen later today as well? Can we get some progress on the De Jong situation? I'll run through all of that. That's a bit... all I'm going to call it is madness now. The De Jong situation feels like madness. What are you saying, Karma? You're saying Harry's a good defender, but he's too sluggish. If Varane stays fit, it should be Varane and Martinez. See, I agree with you on that one. I just don't know. I don't know how Harry Maguire plays in that higher line. I really don't. It's just not his style of football. And that isn't... Even if Harry Maguire was an absolute top, like he had a barnstorming season last year, I'd still have the same reservations. I'd say I'm not sure that Harry Maguire is going to suit this higher line, because it doesn't. He doesn't like that space in behind. It makes him vulnerable. Chidi is saying, if height wasn't a factor, why would 95% of centre backs be over 5'11"? You're at a disadvantage. That's just a fact. You can't. I'm not discounting the height, but I'm saying he's played very good in the Champions League against Haaland, against Nunez. He's had fantastic progress. He's one of the best centre-backs in the Eredivisie, and his aerial win rate is like over 90%. So I think you're all just looking at a number and going, shit, he's small. I'm not discounting the fact that the height could be a disadvantage, but I'm not focusing on it in the same way that some people are and saying, wow, he's just going to be crap. Because that's a weird generalization, I think, is probably the best way that I call it. Michael, nice to see you there joining, my friend. Let me know where you're watching from. And Doctor, what you're saying, I'm so thrilled about this signing, and I think it's huge for us. Add Eriksson de Jong with our new manager. I'm excited. So are you. We're all dead excited. And I tell you what, let me just go down here, see who we've got. Random. Let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Why not, David? You've been nice. You've asked for that. You want a shirt, sir? This is for you, David. Davey, sorry. You're going to have to reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram. Slide into my DMs. Let me know it's you and send me your address and I'll get this sent out for you. Congratulations, my friend. Why not? Why not? Sigmund, apologize to you, my friend. I know we started early. I have alarm set for 9:33, but we had to because we got the here we go. But David, congratulations to you, my friend. Why not? Why not me? It's like the opposite of Mario Balotelli. Look, I'm just choosing random people. Will he be joining on tour? That's what Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic is saying that Martinez hopefully is going to be joining up on the second part of the preseason tour, which is the game in Perth. I imagine that's going to happen. That'll be a lonely, long flight for him. But Martinez is going to be part of the preseason tour. I really hope that I'm proven correct at the end of this summer. I really am. And not because I want to be correct, because it will make me feel better about myself, but because I want United to have a successful summer. And Martinez, that's a fundamental signing. A huge weakness going into this summer has been resolved by signing Lisandro. I keep calling him Lautaro. It's not. It's the wrong one. Lisandro Martinez. Another huge fundamental problem, that playmaker. Of course, that's Frankie de Jong. We will speak about him in a little bit now. And then we need an attacker too. Comment there. What's it saying? Gamer saying especially excited after watching your video about him yesterday. As I said, honestly, I would encourage you to go watch that. Let me just get the link for you now for everybody who hasn't watched it. Nearly over 4,000 people watching. Look at that. Come on, people. Drop a like on the video. Let me pull up this link for you here. This is a link to the scout report, which I did yesterday because I knew that it was coming today. I knew the Here We Go was coming today. So I didn't think it was sort of jumping too hard. Anybody, by the way, anybody who asks won't get him. Anybody who asks for a membership, you're not going to get a membership. Don't be cheeky. All right. It's a community. It's giveaways. That's not how giveaways work. No matter how much you beg, no one's getting it on a beg. Sam, you may now moistly wax lyrical. Oh, man, I said the word moist on here once. It's just going to get used forever. Who cares? I'm a bit moist. Why not? I shouldn't have said that. I've done it twice now. God damn it. But look, for anybody who's just joining in, welcome aboard. I've gone live a little bit early now. It's nearly 9:33. Shall we start the show again? But look, anybody who's just joining in, welcome aboard to United People's TV. Fabrizio Romano has given it the 3 words. Here we go, Lisandro Martinez. It's the first, let's be honest, the first mate. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, right? It's the first major game-changing signing for Erik ten Hag this summer. Tyrell Malacia was an excellent, I would probably call it a bit of an opportunity, a chance for Manchester United to really improve with somebody who may not be ready for the first team just yet, but may well be part of the first team by the end of the season. Great signing, exciting signing, someone that progresses through. But Martinez comes in and he could be captain material straight away. That's the sort of attitude and approach he has. And also the lack of characters and the lack of captains that we've got at this club. If we see somebody like a proper dominant, like an Aggie centre-back, that's what he's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to him getting down and dirty. Lisandro Martinez getting those bookings in. People obviously are going to go pointing back towards Rio and Vidic being the partnership, which, let's be honest, we all grew up on, and we were lucky enough to grow up on that. Martinez and Varane. I mean, Varane's known as the Champions League Rolls-Royce defender. Have we just signed a burly brawler alongside him? He's known as the Bulldog, known as the Pitbull. I don't know what he's known as. I didn't make those 2 up. I think he's known as a Pitbull. But I'm looking forward to it. Real aggression, but controlled aggression, smart aggression, not just aggressive like Vinnie Jones for the sake of it. Although, to be honest, he was still pretty damn good. Lisandro Martinez, aggressive when he needs to be. That's why he's in the 99th percentile for centre-backs in terms of tackling. Let's go back to this one more time. Look at that. It's called the Butcher. Imagine that. That sounds like a villain in a bloody Snatch Snatch film. 99th percentile for tackling. Look at that. 99th percentile for progressive passes and 96th percentile for progressive carries. That's the main 3 attributes you need to know about his game that will tell you the sort of player he is. Lisandro Martinez now will be one of those 2 centre-backs that when our fullbacks are a little bit higher in the Ten Hag system, that left centre-back can bring the ball through, can bring it out from the back, can bring it to the halfway line and do it comfortably. You can trust him to do it. Erik Ten Hag can trust him to do it, and the players around him can trust him to do it. That's why it's so good. Map day as well. Yes, map day today. Honestly, today is full tilt madness. We're in Melbourne. We're playing a game. We're kicking off in an hour and a half. It's map day. I'll bring the map up at some point. I've already given 1 shirt away. I'm probably going to give another shirt away. We've got Fabrizio Romano giving it the 3 words there. Lisandro Martinez, here we go. I'm going to speak about Frenkie de Jong being told that he's got to leave Barcelona. I'm going to speak about Cristiano Ronaldo not going to Chelsea. And then we're going to run through a predicted, oh my God, it has been an absolute full tilt week. It's like United are getting everything done today. My word. Jibak, what are you saying, sir? Do we plan to fly Lisandro from Holland to Australia, then Norway, then UK? That would be fun. I mean, sod knows what his route's going to be. I don't really care. But I think he's going to join up in Australia after he's done his medical. I don't know where he's going to do his medical. I don't know whether he's going to fly to Manchester to do that, meet everyone at the club, then fly straight out from Manchester. I mean, sod knows. We'll find out, I suppose. And Jason, what you're saying? Height, who cares? Next, it'll be the size of his feet. Here we go. Malcolm Martinez, always a great informative show. Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate that super chat. The Butcher of Manchester. That sounds like something it sounds like a medieval serial killer. That's what it sounds like. Christian Eriksen. Oh, come on, we're waiting. There's no reason why we're not going to be getting the Christian Eriksen announcement today. There's nothing stopping it. It's just that medical, which is taken longer than we want. But shit me, it's Man United. We know that. Vlad down here saying that the transfer period will be bitter once we're through these dark hours. Hey, look, man. Thank you very much. Woo! I need a break after this week, and we've got the preseason game kicking off in an hour and a half. I need a haircut as well. Sounds like a nickname for Myra Hidney. My word, Josh, that is that is an insane comment. I can't believe I read that one out. But look, Lisandro Martinez, if that doesn't get you excited, well, fair play. You can do what you want, but I'm excited. I think it's a cracking signing. I think for Ten Hag, and because we're making system signings, it kind of goes against what I've been preaching a little bit over the last. I was saying like, well, we shouldn't be making signings for managers. We should be making signings for the club because we have continuity at X, Y, Z. But I think with Ten Hag, both of those things can fall into the same type of signings, because signings for the club that are signings that help us have continuity are the same sort of signings that Erik Ten Hag needs to make. He's signing these ball-playing, progressive players to play the Ten Hag style of football. And we're now, over the next few years, going to be building our image as a football club towards playing this. Manchester United are going to have an identity, and he's going to be the architect of that. So therefore, he needs his chess pieces. He needs his... I mean, Lisandro Martinez is going to be the knight, right? What's Frenkie de Jong? Is he going to be the bishop? I suppose technically not. The bishop's a bit boring. Could be the queen. Sorry, I think De Jong's probably going to be the queen. You got your fullbacks. You got Tyrone Malacia as the rook. It kind of works, actually, the chess idea. I like that. The chess analogy I like. I like chess. I'm just crap at it. Kyle, let me know where you're watching from, buddy. Scott, you know the answer to that. Well, maybe you don't. And not a single person asking for a watch along. It's incredible. Fair enough. People enjoy watch alongs. Lots and lots of you wanting Barry in the comments. Barry will only come out when he joins in. 5K watching. Look at that, man. Thank you very much. I love how the community is growing. I don't think we're losing our identity as we're growing. I think we're keeping that integrity. So make sure you drop a like, and I'd love to have you as part of the community. If you haven't already, join the free community. It's on Telegram. It's a place where the YouTube comments and the Facebook comments are brilliant and lovely. But the community on Telegram allows us all to have a conversation outside of the live streams. So follow that link. Download Telegram first. Install that. It's free, right? And if you remember, look in the community tab on YouTube or in the private members Facebook group, and there's a link to the private members group. It's on there too. But look, man, everybody's just, I don't know, probably telling me not to get too excited, really. about signing Lisandro Martinez.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
I need to get Sean Williamson on this stream. Absolutely. I've got to get him on. Get him on for the collab. Sean, if you're watching, which you're not watching, I need to get him on for a collab. That'll be hilarious. Super chat flying in from Joseph. Hope you're out of hospital, buddy. He's saying, you made my day. While still in hospital, I've received the shirt. Oh, look, the shirt. There you go. The shirt got sent. Martinez has finally signed, and we play Melbourne. Victory tonight. Ericsson and Frankie de Jong next. Absolutely hope so, my friend. I'm glad you got that shirt. I hope you enjoy it. John Moore, you're not the only person to mention Nobby Styles there. I'll talk about Fabio Cannavaro winning the Ballon Bloody d'Or as a 5'9" centre-back. And I'll say, look, you can focus on the height if you want. But trust me, I think you're just trying to pick holes. Can't wait for Nani to put a shot wide later. I used to love Nani, man. Nani was part of a team where we feasted on a diet of success and constant success so that you could look at a player like Nani and get frustrated. Nani in this team starts every single game. He creates opportunities. Used to love the guy and then hate him the next game as well. Jacob, what are you saying, sir? Martinez and Varane. Holy crap, what a duo. It could be fantastic. It really, really could be. And it all depends on whether Varane stays fit or not, right? Nobody knows that. I'm just making sure that I haven't missed any gifted subs, because if I have, I don't want to be rude. I think I have. Bjorna, thank you very much, my friend. You've gifted five memberships out to the community. Honestly, puts a big smile on my face, man. Everybody who just helps the community grow, because I think everybody enjoys it. They can see it's genuine, and that's a big part of what I've built, and a big part I'll always take going forward. Michael, you're saying Cannavaro and Puyol, to name a few defenders who are similar height to Martinez. Obviously, right, we're talking about Cannavaro there. We're talking about Puyol. We're talking about quite literally probably two of the top 10 defenders from the last 15, 20 years, right? And not all of us are saying that that Lisandro Martinez is going to fall in that category, but it's not something that you can just rule someone out because of their height. It's a question mark. Cool. I'm sure it's a question mark that I think we'll get answers for very, very quickly. That's what I think. But let's find out. Watch the scout report. I covered everything in as much detail as I possibly could. But for anybody who's just joining in, where have you been? I know I went live a little bit early, but he gave us the 3 words. Lisandro Martinez, here we go. Full agreement is in place for a package up to 55 million euros. Is it overpriced? Yes. Do I care? No. We signed a player who I think is going to be an excellent signing. What would I rather have? The Glazers with 55 million euros in their coffers, or us having a slightly overpaid but important signing? Easy money. Easy when you put it like that, isn't it? Also, if you want to find out a little bit more about Martinez, I'd suggest you go and watch the highlights of Ajax's game against Dortmund, because you'll see what he did against Haaland. And that's going to be something that happens this season. We will see Martinez against Haaland in the Manchester derby when it happens. But I don't know who's going to be his partner. That's going to be the big question that we've got now. But I think we're going to see him in Perth. By the sounds of it, if we go over to Laurie Whitwell here, it looks like we're going to get to see Lisandro Martinez on the second part of the tour there. Personal terms already agreed. United are hoping he can join in Australia, which means it probably won't be Melbourne. Of course it won't be Melbourne. They're already in Melbourne. So therefore, it's going to be Perth. Therefore, the first game might be against Crystal Palace. And hopefully, T, you can get to watch it. Not going to lie, going to be nice to watch United in my own time zone for a change. Love your work, mate. Good luck to you, mate. Honestly, hats off. I remember, what is it? Every time we play, I think it's in America. That's the preseason tour that always gets me. And it's like 3 a.m. kickoffs. I'm like, oh, doesn't matter how positive you are. 3 a.m. watching United. Anthony, those complained about height clearly don't realize most teams playing the floor now. 90s. I have also mentioned that, Anthony. Modern football is very much floor-based. If you look at Liverpool, you look at City and what they do, it's just incredible what they can do and how they can play through. Of course, you need to have that strength. But last season, right? Go to Mourinho's season if you really want to go there. We basically had a team of Space Jam villains. We had Pogba, Ibrahimovic, Matic, Maguire. Actually, no, I didn't have Maguire. We signed Maguire and Solskjaer. I don't know who else we had. Pogba. We had so many, and we were still weak. We were still weak from set pieces. It's not just about the height. It's about coaching. It's about understanding where you should be from set pieces. If you're coached properly and you have good coaching, then you can overcome weaknesses. it's good, man. It's really, really good. It looks like someone else is gifting memberships. I really need to be able to find a way where I can do this and see this whilst I'm live. I think I have. It's Stu, big old Stu Backer. Thank you very much, Stu. Mate, you're a ledge. You're all legends. Everyone's feeling in a cracking mood. I'm feeling in a cracking mood because it's done. We were waiting yesterday. I prepared the whole stream. I was just having my breakfast. My breakfast in the fridge now. Didn't have time to have it before we went live. I'll have it after. But it's done. Yes. Martinez is done. And now our focus will go to Frankie de Jong. I will run through everything for you here. Today's map day as well. Make sure you drop a like on the video. I'll try and get you up on the map later in the show. I won't do it just yet. Klein, what you're saying, sir? I was super excited to see how far we go this season with the squad we have. PS Mr. Super Chat expecting it. Here we go today. Sorry, my friend. I didn't mean to miss your Super Chat. Honestly, I was excited about this season. I wouldn't say that first game in preseason made me more excited, massively more excited. It's just, it made me think, okay, that we can probably go a bit quicker than I thought we could. That's what that first game kind of showed me, that after 2 weeks, those players really, really bought into Erik ten Hag's football. And now that we've got Martinez coming in, that defense, which did look shaky against Liverpool, right? Martinez is going to be, if you're looking back at the highlights for the Liverpool game, a big problem we had is when our press got broken and Liverpool counter-attacked, it was a huge gap in the middle. Big gap in the middle. Martinez will slot into there. I don't think he'll play in the defensive midfield position, but he can if he wants to. But he'll slot in there and he'll cover that space and he'll aggressively be able to defend that area. That'll be a big thing, man. A really big thing. So happy days. I think you all enjoyed that. I enjoyed that as well. I thought I'd be going live later today with a here we go on Martinez, but shit me, we did it before the game. Even better. And hopefully we pump Melbourne 9-0 and we can have a cracking match reaction too. But let's jump on to the rest of the news because, as I said, it's been a wild week covering Manchester United with the twists and the turns. And I know lots of you are frustrated. Ultimately, it's ended with Martinez with a here we go on Friday. Big news, thumbs up all round. But Barcelona and Frankie de Jong. Let me run through the update. I could have gone live last night, but I wanted to let the story develop because the stuff that was coming out, honestly, the only word I think I can fairly describe the Frankie de Jong transfer situation now is just madness. It's just pure madness. Manchester United yesterday agreeing a total fee as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein and Simon Stone from the BBC with Barcelona, 85 million euros, 75 million euros up front with 10 million in add-ons. Of course, that's an extra 10 million from the original one. So we've come to an agreement there. But look at the story that's being fed out from Spain and from Barcelona. And this is from Paul Balos, I think that's his name. He writes for The Athletic. Again, I'm going to go in for the best sources here. I don't just want to just try and spread fear-mongering, I suppose, if you want to call it that. I want to try and stick with the strong sources. He's saying Barcelona have told Frankie de Jong to leave and join Manchester United. And this is what he's saying. Barcelona have told Frankie de Jong they want him to leave to join Manchester United. It is understood that Barcelona's hierarchy have informed de Jong that they need to sell him in order to balance their excessive wage bill, which has led to complications in registering their new signings like Rafinha. Barcelona are trying to convince de Jong that a transfer to United would be the best move for his career. And while they believe he is a talented player, it has come down to an economically related decision rather than a sporting one. And at present, and this is a big thing, right? At present, it is unclear whether Frankie de Jong will travel with the Barcelona squad for their preseason tour in USA. Now, Barcelona play in USA on the 20th of July. That's in 5 days' time for anybody who doesn't have a map in front of them. Will he be on the plane? That's the big question. But I think we should know an answer before they even fly away. I think so anyway. And look, you're hearing that from all the sources from Spain. It's like this. I think the way this is looking now is the Spanish press is really now aggressively pushing this out. And also, you know what I think they're trying to do as well? This is a key line. It is understood that Barcelona's hierarchy have informed de Jong they need to sell him, which has led to, because they need to balance their wage bill, which has led to complications in registering new signings like Rafinha. So basically, what the story is going to be now coming out from Spain is that, if Frankie de Jong doesn't leave, then he's blocking us from making new signings. He's the problem. People, don't look at us. We're not the club that's fucked up and got us over $1 billion in debt. He's the witch. Hunt him instead. That's what they're doing. They're trying to it's like the backlight has been lit up in Gotham City, and they're just trying to control where it's pointing. That's what we've witnessed this week. And I've tried to explain that in as much detail as possible, because even though you're hearing all of this, you've still got Fabrizio Romano tweeting this. Nothing's changed on De Jong's side. He still has no intention to leave. While Manchester United and Barca have agreed that fee, his priority has always been to stay. And do you know why Fabrizio Romano is saying that? It's because Fabrizio Romano's contact is his agent. It will be Ali Dursun who's going straight to Fabrizio. And why wouldn't you? If you're an agent in the modern game, you better have Fabrizio Romano's number. The influence that he has in changing narratives is incredible. He's the first person that you get in contact with. And Frankie de Jong as you mean a Canada, not a map. That's a good point. Frankie de Jong, his priority has always been to stay at Barcelona. That's what's been said in the press, regardless of what anything has been done here. And you know exactly why that is, because his loyalty bonuses are tied into the fact that he probably can't say that he wants to leave the club, even if he did desperately want to leave at this point. And he probably will, given how badly they're treating him. Mark, you're saying, I want Frankie de Jong in our team, obviously, but I would get satisfaction out of him staying and ruining Barca's window. They're so scummy. See that? I know what you mean there, Mark. That won't happen. All right. I know people have said that, I'll just stay there and see out his contract. He's not going to ruin 3 years of his career just to give like 2 fingers to Barcelona, even if it would be a good thing to do. Joseph, any more news regarding player sales? Not at this moment in time. I think that will come next week, my friend. Bjorna, thank you very much for gifting those memberships, my friend. You're saying De Jong's going to be here we go soon. I hope you're right, my friend. There's one more super chat. Let me read that on before I read other comments. Kyle, loving the channel, Sam, keeping up to date with the daily chaos. Let's get De Jong done. Move on to a right back. I don't think we'll get a right back. But Lee, you're down here saying, look, disgrace of a club. They owe a player 17 million. They're trying to make him look like the bad guy. They're not trying to make him look like a bad. They're trying to make him look like an utter, like, evil villain. They're pulling out all the stops. They have been pulling out all the stops. Like, poor fucking Frankie, man. Like, even if it wasn't United that he was getting linked with and it was some other club, as long as it wasn't City or Liverpool, I'd have a massive amount of sympathy for him. He is somebody who really has just got a fantastic reputation as a nice guy, because he is a nice guy. And they're trying to annihilate, they're trying to assassinate his whole character to protect Barcelona as an institution. And that's what you're seeing here. And I've tried to explain that to you in some detail. The fact that we're witnessing football and politics doesn't really blend too well. I think what you're seeing here is a massive crossover between a club that's trying to protect itself politically with the image and what's happening there. Now, the starting 11 is out, so I'm going to quickly head to that in a second. Deshan, let me know where you're watching from, buddy. Mate, it is. I need a drink. It's 9:52 in the morning. I need a drink. Let's go here. Right. This is the starting 11. Of course, De Gea had a little bit of a niggle. You've got Heaton in goal. With Lindelof, Maguire starts. So Maguire's fit to start. Remember that Erik Ten Hag said that he's only fit to play half of the game, so I expect him to go off. You got Bruno starting as well. You got Fred and McTominay in midfield, same there. You got Shaw and Delo, same. You got Elanga instead of Rashford. That's a switch. And then you got Martial up front. You got Sancho. Largely very similar game. Differences you've got there. Varane is out. Maguire's in. Rashford's out. And Elanga's in. I think they're the only 2 changes. Oh, Heaton and De Gea. That's 2 games in a row that he started with pretty much the same starting 11. Pretty much, I think so. Anyway, Jake, you got cold Peronis in the fridge. Stu, you're saying you're hoping more kids will start. Second half, would see plenty of them. This was my guess for the starting 11. It was going to be this, although I'll change that. I guessed it would, obviously, De Gea would be injured. So that was my guess for the starting 11. But let's put it up here then. So we've got Heaton there. We've got Maguire alongside Lindelof. I thought we might see Malacia make his debut from the start, but no. You got Luke Shaw there. I had Ethan there. I thought we would be seeing some changes today. But obviously, Ten Hag doesn't care about that. Ten Hag was happy what he saw in the first game, and he wants to see more of it. I thought we might see James Garner start. I got that wrong as well. I was nearly correct on the front 3. I said that it would be Garnacho coming in for Rashford, but it was actually Elanga. So fair play, Elanga's coming in. Garnacho, he will get his opportunity in this game. That's why I think so anyway. So that's the starting 11 for the game. fine. I'll be honest. If we play like we did in that first half, I'm going to be happy with that. I thought we played very well in that. I'll be honest. We played pretty damn well in the whole game. Even when Liverpool had their third team on that was the strongest team, we still played very, very well. Let me go down here and read a few of your comments out. Matt, you're saying disappointed. Want to see Malacia play with a stronger 11. I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops across the season. But I tell you what, I thought Shaw played okay in that first game. Good link-up play with Sancho, certainly for the goal. I think it'd be good. Obviously, De Gea got his injury against Liverpool. I think was it a calf injury? Well, he went off with an injury, didn't he? But that's the team is out. Where is Jimmy Garner? Is he injured? I'll tell you what, he must be injured actually, because let's have a quick look down there at the substitutes. There's no Garner down there either. Bishop and Kovar, both goalkeepers, of course. By Rashford, Malacia, well, everyone else on tour. Apart from, oh look, Will Fish is out there. He flew out. Yeah, James Garner must be injured, but I swear I saw him training this week. I don't know. That's a strange one. I think Garner's still injured. He hasn't made the bench again. I didn't think that he was injured. Oh, look, did he get injured in training? Okay, I didn't know that. My bad. But look, what's your predictions for the game then? You can let me know in the comments below. But wow, this is probably going to be the busiest, one of the busiest and best morning shows we've ever had. We've got a Here We Go from Fabrizio Romano to get it started. Then we're talking about how Barcelona are trying to force Frenkie de Jong out of the door. And now we've got Manchester United starting 11 for the game that kicks off in an hour. It's full-blown madness this preseason, isn't it? You know, the mad thing is like running United People's TV, as you all know, it's just me. It's just me. I do it all. I make the thumbnails, descriptions. I do every video. There is no one else. I can't go out to the tour with a videographer because I don't have one. I really should get one, actually. But it's mad. I love it. It's good madness. I wouldn't change my job for the world. You've made it. You've helped me make it happen, and I can't wait to make it bigger and better this year. And with Ten Hag, let me go down here and see what the predictions are saying. 6-2 down there. I'll tell you what, is it going to be very different predictions to the game against Liverpool, where everybody was a bit, I'm in an R-in, concerned whether it would happen or not. 6-0, 9-0, 7-1. United are back. One game against preseason, and everyone's got excited. I'm excited too. I can't lie. Great to see your streams getting there. Thank you very much, Sammy. Great name, by the way, as well. Starting the season with McFred. We won't start the season with McFred, fingers crossed. We'll start the season with Muck or Fred with De Jong. Was that Muck Jong? Fred? De Fred or Muck Jong? What are you going for? I reckon it'll be De Fred. And I think De Fred will work quite well. I'm excited to watch Iqbal and Garner. Garner's not going to be playing this game, but Iqbal and Savage, they really impressed me in that game. Really, really impressed me in that game. You want an Ipswich score, says Havish. Wants a sweet 5-0, 5-0, 5-2, 4-2. Fred hat-trick, 3-0, 25-0. One preseason game, United are back. That's it. Richmond, what are you saying, sir? Maguire must please captain from the bench. He will cost us, especially now. Maguire's getting the clean slate. Everyone's getting the clean slate. Let's see. Today, we get the chance to see Maguire in the high line. Harry, surprise me. I'll happily eat humble pie. I'll happily clip up my own videos from last year where I absolutely pelted. I pelted Harry Maguire in like 3 or 4 videos. I just consistently got more and more angry with him because in our worst Premier League season in history, I saw my captain just cower away from it and sort of creep into the shadows, which is the opposite of what I want my captain to do. And because I've seen Roy Keane and what he does as a captain, it made me angry. So there was a lot of anger in those videos. It is what it is. Harry's definitely got to pull it out of the bag. Daniel, you're right there. He's got to more than pull it out the bag. Because we've now got Martinez, there is no room for error. There's no room for error for anybody in this team, really. Maybe some will get a little bit of leeway, but sure, if he plays crap at left back, Malacia, in your pop. Maguire, you play crap at centre back, boom, out you go. Martinez is going to come in anyway. Varane, you're there too. Good options, I think, at centre back we have. Now that we've got Martinez in. I think so anyway. And Maguire, who knows? Maybe he will surprise everybody. Come on, Harry, surprise me. Please do. I'd rather you do that than be crap for United all year because he's not leaving. So I'd rather Harry Maguire be good and make me look like a dick than the other way around, than him be crap and just solidify my opinion of him. I don't care. I want United to do well. I don't care about looking good. Let's go down here. Lots and lots of you are talking about benching Maguire, X, Y, Z. He's made his decision, right? You've got to back Erik Ten Hag, and I do back Erik Ten Hag. I don't personally think that it's the right decision, but, that's my opinion. I'm not a football manager. I can't make these choices. But second half, no doubt, by the way. Let's go down here. Let's look at Second half, we're going to see a massively different. I want to see Garnacho come on in the 45th minute, ideally today. I'm looking forward to seeing Ethan Laird, and I really want to see Iqbal again. I would say they're probably, if I'm looking at 4 players, I'm excited to see in that second half: Garnacho, Laird, Iqbal, and Malacia, and probably Hannibal. Shit, sorry, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just excited to watch United play again. And I'm excited to see if we do the exact same thing we did against Liverpool, playing with that press, playing with that intensity. Martial running down on the fullbacks, winning the ball high up the pitch. Can everybody match that? Bruno, I thought Bruno was smarter in that game. He used his attributes correctly. It wasn't just full tilt fifth gear everywhere. It was fifth gear when it needed to be, but also parked it in neutral a couple of times when he needed it to. That's what we need Bruno Fernandes to do this year. Understand football IQ, know when to go full tilt, know when to hold back. I think he'll get coached in. That'll get coached into him. But Bruno, I think he's going to be a stunner this season. Absolute stunner. And remember how many people were slagging him off last year? It's weird. Really weird. Short-termism, I think that's called. McTominay's got to improve, man. McTominay was poor last game. Dipesh asking about, that's a weird one. Man United hijacking Kante. Is Kante even linked with Arsenal? I thought the Kante rumours were a bit weird, but I had to cover them because they wouldn't go away. I would still take him, but it wouldn't be the game-changing signing. It would be a stopgap signing. That's what I would call that. Joseph, I just feel as though a significant improvement in Maguire would be the equivalent of having Fred and McTominay turn into prime Roy Keane and Brian Robson. No, I think that's a little bit harsh. Maguire in the season before was okay. It was good. Maguire in the Euros was an excellent player. Maguire last season, who the fuck are you? What the hell are you? Because you're not a professional centre-back, and you're certainly not the captain of Manchester United. So I've seen Maguire play far better in a Manchester United shirt than he did last season. But I just do not think his natural game will suit Ten Hag. Happy to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong, Maguire. You've got to prove everybody wrong. You might be on a level playing field with the manager, but the fans, you've got some recovery to do with the fans, I think anyway. Adsbany saying, when are we going to see Eriksen? I don't know when we're going to see Eriksen. I hope we're going to see Eriksen sooner rather than later. A lot of you are done with Harry Maguire in the comments. I can semi-understand that, right? I really can. Quickly, what I want to do before I move on, I want to say a big thank you to BetVictor for continuing to support United People's TV throughout this summer. Now, the news broke yesterday here that Chelsea decided against Cristiano Ronaldo. So I want to quickly pull this video up, which is a comment about Cristiano Ronaldo. And I want to follow through on it because I think there's a conversation we need to have.
I'd rather have Ronaldo just because it's Ronaldo. You know, I think that there is a lot to be said about the way that he might have necessarily been put down last season at United, even though he was still like, third or fourth top scorer in the league, which is an outrageous take. Just because he didn't score 30 and Man United were awful. Like, it doesn't mean that he wasn't doing it. And I think the service Ronaldo would get at Chelsea, as long as Chilwell and James stay fit, not saying we created lots of chances last season, we didn't, but then we've gone and bought Sterling now.
Where do you stand on all this Ronaldo situation now? Because the story broke yesterday that Chelsea had decided against signing him, right? That's now sort of parked. That conversation's been parked, really. And then, look, sometimes it's really hard not to be cynical, isn't it? It really is sometimes hard not to be cynical. And when you see Ronaldo doing his first post since the 24th of June on the same day that Chelsea ruled themselves out of him, out of a move for him, it's a bit weird. But where do you stand on Ronaldo now? I'm going to do... I could have done a video this week on it. I'm probably going to be doing it next week because I still want this to develop a bit more. But Chelsea have ruled themselves out. Yesterday, as far as we know, Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich are still in for him, which I didn't think was going to happen. But this just feels like a bit of a... Ronnie's putting it in reverse and sort of just backing up, putting his United shorts back on, like, let's pretend that nothing happened here. And I have to agree with this article that Jason Burt wrote in the Telegraph when he said this: Cristiano Ronaldo has made Erik ten Hag even stronger at Manchester United. Now he has a reason to drop him. For a player so careful about his image, Ronaldo's public push to leave has been a significant misstep. And I would probably have to agree with that. Right? I think Or it's all just played out exactly how they wanted it to. It depends which way you want to look at it. But I don't think Ronaldo would have expected it to play out the way it's played out. I personally don't. If Ronaldo is in Manchester United's team next year, it goes without saying we will have to play different. We'll have to bend it around him slightly. I don't think we'll scrap the system entirely. Of course, we're going to be a system team now. Ronaldo's got to fit the system, but the system will be tweaked and adapted. And, George was right there in that video on BetVictor. With better service, Ronaldo scores far more. I've talked about it in quite a few bit of detail here, haven't I? I said, look, if Ronaldo was in that City team last year, he probably would have scored 30 goals. Would have been insane. I just get the feeling now that Ronaldo's probably going to be staying. Type yes or no. Actually, no, stay or go. Type stay or go in the comments. I'll try and gauge what the percentage is and what you think Ronaldo will be doing this year. Rohith, if you're joined, let me know where you're watching from, my friend. But I don't know, man. I really don't know where I stand on this Ronaldo situation. I think in an ideal situation, Ronaldo would have left after he put in a transfer request and wanted to leave the club, and Manchester United would have been able to replace him adequately. Maybe if not with a full replacement this summer, somebody who can come in for 20, 30 million with a view of getting someone like Nkunku next year. But Ronaldo, then you have to step back and say, Ronaldo's one of the greatest goal scorers in the world. If you can get in the service with him and he can stay in the box, then he's going to score an absolute ton of goals. Let me go down here and see what you're saying in the comments about Ronaldo, though. Lots and lots and lots and lots of comments. It really is. Go. Leader, you're saying stay, go. And you can see down here, I won't say all the names here, but you can see how many comments and you can see how many different opinions there are. A lot of you think he'll stay, but a lot of you think he'll go as well. I'm probably going to say I would say 75-25 are saying stay rather than go. I'm going to do a video on it next week. I do think it's the problem is the wrong word to describe it as. It's not a problem having Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not a problem having the greatest goal scorer of all time, but it's something that you have to adapt to. That's what you can call it. Ronaldo's going to have to be an adaptation for Erik ten Hag, and maybe an adaptation which he expected to have. Right, that's a given. That's something to think about. When ten Hag took the job, he expected to have Cristiano Ronaldo, so his plans haven't really changed per se, because he was playing with Ronaldo all the time. So whatever his original plan was, still kind of makes sense. But as we saw against Liverpool, I'm not sure Ronaldo does what Anthony Martial did in that game. He won't really. He'll play differently. He'll play like Sebastian Haller did. Stay, it's blown up in his face, says Dave. Can't stop singing Barry now. Thanks very much, mate. Gonna do it anyway. There you go. Barry's here. You don't need Barry. You got me now. Are we only keeping him as we can't replace him or can't afford to? I'll be honest, Alex, I don't think it's either of those reasons. I think it's because no other club can afford him. No one is really going to be paying the 500k wages for Ronaldo. Someone down there, CR7 legend status is tainted now. Well, Alan, for those of us who are old enough to remember, he remember when he stayed at Manchester United in 2008 and said he was a slave. Yeah, he didn't exactly leave on the best of terms last time either. He got his move to Real Madrid, but the exit wound was a bit bad from Ronaldo. I would have to say. That's what I think. So anyway, I'm going to let this Ronaldo story develop into next week, and I will bring a video on it because we've got to have a conversation about it. I thought he was going to leave. I'd say it's more likely now that he stays. But I don't know. I didn't like the timing of it. I just didn't like the timing of it. The timing did not sit well with me. I didn't begrudge him for wanting to leave, but the timing did not sit well with me. And now it looks like he might stay. It's weird. And you're saying, Sam, the last thing we can afford to do now is ostracize Ronnie. Could be vital to us. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and promote ostracizing Ronnie. I'm not going to call him a problem because it is not a problem having the greatest goal scorer of all time. It's just that in the same way that Harry Maguire, he might be shit for Man United, but he is a good centre-back. And if he went into a different system, he'd probably be better. But does he suit this Ten Hag system? I'm not particularly sure. But in the same sense, Sebastian Haller managed it last year at Ajax. So I'm sure he can manage with Ronaldo. I'm curious to see how it works. Gangshi Maji. Even though I've got nothing to say, I'm going to super chat anyway. Yes, Barry. Or Gangshi. Or Gangshi or Barry. I'm not sure which it is. I still haven't sent your shirt out yet. But I promise it's getting sent out. All right? Just like Josh, you received your shirt. Everyone's going to be receiving it. I promise. Oh, I need to have a little drink. Man. Honestly, this week has been full on mad. But it is Friday, and I won't forget that it is map day. I'll try and get a couple of you on. Make sure you drop a like on the video. This is something, for anybody who's new here, I pull this map up every Friday, and we've now got 302 map points. And you can see this is the community all around the world. Someone up in Greenland. We've got some, well, we need more in Russia, actually. Yeah, we've got one in Russia. New Zealand, plenty down there. Plenty down there in Australia going to be watching the game today. All around the world. It's fantastic. And you're saying you got faith in Ten Hag to get. I think he'll get the best out of Ronaldo. I think we all do. Luke, I'm not sure whether Wexford's on there, so I'm going to add it on there. On you go, sir. I've not been to that part of Ireland before. I've only ever been on the East Coast. I think Wexford's on the West Coast. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. Anyway, let's see what else we can get down here. Lots and no spamming, by the way, in the comments. I know you like to spam, but anybody who spams, I will just ignore your comment. Croydon's already on the map, Asan. Don't worry about that. Victor, seriously, I can see you spamming like 9 times. I'm not going to put it on the map. Even though I put it up there out of principle, I'm just going to tell you I'm not putting it on the map. Seriously, can someone just stop him from spamming? It's getting on my nerves now. Oh, look at that. Mexico City or Nordwick in Holland. Let's go to Nordwick. That's where you're from. Nordwick in South. Oh, God. Where's he gone? There he is. Nordwick in South Holland. On you go, sir. And let's get one more on here for the community. Where have you got? Wexford's on the east. Wow, look at Anna. Jeez. Why, people, you are spam. Cardiff, you can get in here, Mike. I'm not sure Cardiff's on here. Honestly, people, can you block the spammers? There are some. I don't know whether you get extra non-ability to spam as a member, but that was outrageous. That's why I have to set slow mode on, because people just take the piss in the comments. I'll wrap that up now. My word, what haven't I covered? Let's do a quick recap here, because it's been so busy. That's a great show. That's one of my favorite shows we've ever done here on United People's TV, and I'm glad you were all here to be part of it. And we've got a game in less than an hour. Oh, geez. But look, we've got the 3 words from Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. Lisandro Martinez, the deal is done. Yes, please. Until 2027. He will join up, hopefully in Australia, hopefully for the games in Perth. That's what I hope so. Then we spoke in depth and detail about Barcelona being the dicks that they are being. We've agreed the deal. And trust me, and I keep saying this to people, I don't want to have any more arguments with anybody. Stop listening to this, all right? I'm not saying stop listening to Fabrizio Romano, but I'm telling you, this is what his agent has to do to make sure he gets the wages and the bonuses that he is owed. If his agent came out and said, Frankie de Jong wants to leave, I guarantee you those loyalty bonuses, you can kiss goodbye to them. I guarantee you, if he says he wants to leave, that's considered a transfer request. That means that he loses negotiation power in gaining the money back that he has earned. That's why they're taking such a firm stance that he's not leaving the club. Never once have you heard that he doesn't want to join Manchester United. All right? You've only ever heard that his priority has been to stay. And there is a difference in the rhetoric and the language there. And it might be subtle, but it's important. Justin, let me know where you're watching from, my buddy. I'll try and give you a shout out before it finishes. But, geez, Bjorn, I wish I can go and drink at 10 o'clock in the morning. My word. Woo! Jake, agents. Fabrizio Romano, fair play to him, man. That guy grafted hard. That guy grafted really, really hard. He used to work under, if I'm correct, he used to work underneath Gianluca Di Marzio, and he just sort of the apprentice became the master sort of thing. And he's just in contact with all the agents. Agents nowadays have so much more power, and Fabrizio Romano is the definition of that. The reason that Fabrizio Romano exists is because agents have more power, and they can create people like Fabrizio Romano who can therefore really be involved in negotiations and contracts and everything, and knowing what's going on outside of football clubs. That's what he's there for. And you're saying, Sam, can we have a big shout out for all the Dutch people who have joined? Absolutely, man. Any Ajax fans? Oh, look at that. Dwight, you're saying Amsterdam, Netherlands. Sad to see Martinez leave. He is a winner, but happy to see him join Manchester United. My man, thank you very much for that comment. Let me pull up a picture of him here. He will grow and become a people's champ. I'm the people's champ. He can also be a people's champ. What a G. Thank you very much for that, Dwight. And thank you very much, every single Ajax fan who has joined in. I hope that I can give you a bit of insight into Erik. I want him to succeed. I love his system. I love Ajax as a football club. I think you're brilliant in what you do. I love your academy and how you managed to rebuild despite getting your team pillaged every couple of years. It must be hard as a fan, but also you can constantly get excited about the new kids that are coming through. I'll bring you updates on De Jong as and when they happen. Hell, let's hope we can get a here we go this weekend. That's what I hope. I don't think so. Eriksen, I think we can. I might be back here later today with the Eriksen news. But look, this morning, thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. That was a wild show. Oh, I need a break. 50 minutes till we kick off and win 10-0, and then we have another match reaction. That's going to be a bit crazy. I don't know what it's going to be. My guess is we're going to win. Given how well we played against Liverpool, I would expect us to keep that same energy and intensity. And if we do that, we should win, right? But thank you very much, everybody who joined, all the Ajax fans. Martinez, that's a transformative signing. That's one of the 2 transformative signings we need. We need one more, and you know exactly who that is. Frankie de Jong, Barcelona, stop being dicks. I'll be here with my match reaction straight after the game. I'm not doing a watch-along. Sue me. I'll never do a watch-along. You know where you can go. If you want to be entertained whilst watching a football match, go and watch The Entertainer. I'm not here to entertain first and foremost. I'm here to try and inform. That's what I'll do after the game with my thoughts on the match. But enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. Whew. I need to sit down and a haircut. Maybe I'll go and get a haircut quickly. Take it easy.